Welcome to Monday night's episode of the Blitz Pickup. We have some breaking news that happened early this morning. As all of us probably already know at this point, we have somebody special who is on the move. Sorry, my phone is going off at the same time. Who else could be on the move since the trade deadline is 4 o'clock tomorrow, November 4th? There's nothing else from me. As you can see, I'm still under the weather. Tony, come on up.
Hey, Jess, you all right? You dressed like the Grim Reaper?
Yeah, like...
Are you? Is it really that you under the weather, or you sad to see Jaelan Phillips go?
No, definitely under the weather. Definitely under the weather.
Okay, let me find out you was really an undercover Jaelan Phillips fan. Now you come here, you dressed like the Grim Reaper. Is it a funeral show, or what's going on?
That's crazy.
Why isn't there nobody option? Michael K say, why isn't there no just dressed for a funeral? You see what I'm saying?
See, I am. I'm in all black. Like it's
Oh, look at your bestie feel bad for you. Look at him.
Billy
say fins up.
Bestie. Yeah.
Malake too in the building.
We got
Armando, huh?
We got people. They came in like quickly because when I was like waiting for it to start, it said there was only one person in the room. There's 19, so
yeah. Hey, make sure y'all vote on that poll. We got a poll in the chat, so y'all vote on that. Grill would have gotten another player and a first rounder for Jane, right? Heck no, Armando, stop. Get out of here. Breaking news: Tony found his favorite Tyler Hero limited edition away jersey. That is a lie. Listen, man, shout out to my boy Lou. He will be putting up shortly. He got tied up at work. I really think he's running from the smoke. I'm gonna be real with you. He had some very, very hot takes. Matter of fact, he took a strong stance on what we could or what we would not have gotten for Jaelan Phillips. And it seemed like someone was wrong. So maybe he's running for that smoke. Y'all don't let him get away with that. When he come up here, do not let him run away from that smoke. I get it. Now all of a sudden, he got caught up with work. My dog been having a bad week. Grill got fired. And then what he called him? The Grill clone. We called him Grill 2.0. Got a third rounder for, you know what? I'm not gonna go ahead. Cap for Life, I see you in the building. Shout out Cap for Life. Go ahead, Jess. You know what? You can ask me the first question because I want to get straight to it.
All right. So I have to wait for Lou because I heard Lou owe people some money for this.
That is a fact. Lou owes some people some money.
So I'm excited for Lou to come up in here so we can kind of ask him about this, a little bit. But all right, so obviously, we know it came across our screens bright and early this morning. Jaelan Phillips, the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if you've seen, there is a video that when he landed in Philadelphia, probably a couple hours ago, they did ask him like how he feels, and he did say, he doesn't want to play for anybody else. He was surprised that he was traded. He didn't know that was happening until he got the call this morning, but he's excited to be in Philadelphia. He said he wouldn't want to play for any other team. There is a video of this.
He was in tears?
No, he was smiling. Okay. He was like Philadelphia is a historic franchise. I wouldn't want to play for anybody else. So his words, not mine. Of course it's going to be on my news channels, I feel like I can't get away from him because now I'm gonna see him on my channels all the time. So I guess welcome to the city of brotherly love, Jaelan Phillips.
Hey, man, listen, man. Crypto, what's up, Justin Tony? Shout out to Crypto. Was he on the floor petting the cat? Phillips is excited that he would get at least one playoff check. Hey. You know what? It's funny that you said I didn't see that interview, by the way. Yes, so thank you for putting me up on that.
Of course.
But it's funny you say he wouldn't want to play for anyone else because he was asked about the same question, the trade. He said he didn't know nothing about it, but he was asked like 2-3 weeks ago about this same getting traded question, and he responded that he want to be a Miami Dolphin, that he wouldn't want to play for anyone else. Now it's similar, it's eerily the same to the way he answered when he was asked this question 2-3 weeks ago. So yeah, this is rinse and repeat, cut and paste, cut, copy, paste. I think the boy line. I think he's now the one thing about it, you know that little issue that he got with his mental. I'm not gonna say like his confidence. Let's say that he cannot be like that in Philly.
No.
Hey, it's
No.
called your brother you love, but they tough out there. I'm sorry. Like if you couldn't take it in Miami, pause. First of all, but if you couldn't deal with the Miami media and the Miami questions and you being a failure, bro, it only gets worse out there in Philly.
Yep.
Jaelan, that's not a good place for you to be, and not have the ultimate self-confidence. Now, what I would say is this though, it's kind of funny to me because he's over there with Vic Fangio.
Yes.
Vic Fangio is considered a hard, tough, no coach. But Vic Fangio also did say that Jaelan Phillips was one of his favorite players, the one that was getting it. So maybe, he would get a little bit more out of Jaelan Phillips. He was playing, I would say, his best football under Vic Fangio, right? He was having with that injury. He was really turning up. He had like 3 back-to-back good games to where he had a sack or multiple sacks.
Yeah.
Hey, not Game Boy 305 say not Jaelan Phillips costing my dog Lewis money on his way out. Karma be lurking. Yeah, he did call some money on his way out. And we're gonna have to ask Lou about this because Lou, he stood firm on the fact that they wasn't worth anything. He also said that there's no way that we're gonna get a third rounder for him. Now, I didn't expect to get a third rounder. Shout out to Crypto. Actually, Crypto is one of the people that he owed money to because he bet Crypto and Von Joe, and I believe Steve. Yeah, and Steve. So, but the thing about it is, I want to ask him, right? Because I know why he's running from that smoke. I would like to ask him because me and him got in a heated debate. I'm talking about a heated debate over on X a day or two ago about the reason for waiting to the close to the trade deadline to trade people. And I remember telling him it's because injuries probably can happen and teams that are in the hunt will be getting more desperate because their back will be against the wall. So no one has leverage like that because you're in a rush. So now team will be more more willing to give up a little bit more compensation. Now you still had to work a couple things out, But however, I said I think they were holding out to try to raise it from a 5th to a 4th. That was my thought process about why they're waiting. But it comes to find out maybe they end up getting a third, and it's not a conditional third. It's actually a third.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it is what it is. None of us we didn't think. I don't think no one. No, I can't say that because Crypto, Vonjo, and Steve thought that we could get a third. But outside of them, there weren't too many people confident that we could get a third for him. Why? A couple of the reasons was injuries. That's the first one. Like he just came off 2 back-to-back seasons of injuries.
Yeah.
And then also the lack of production. Like he had some good games, but he never had more than 7.5 sacks in a season.
Yeah.
So I would say hitting a third is pretty. I'm cool with it, and I don't have a problem with it. What I do have a problem with, Jess, and maybe I could. Let me ask you a question. Now I know you feel under the weather, so you keep it nice and short, nice and sweet. Do you have a problem with people like me and myself? Shout out to Vonjo in the building. One of the other ones. Hey, Vonjo, Lou running for the smoke. He said he gonna be here a little later. But I found it very funny. He got caught up with work all of a sudden that, he lost a couple bets and things aren't going his way. But it's all good. I said, hey, listen, it's my brother. I can talk trash while he ain't here. I'm sorry. You missed the show. I'm taking shots. Well, not Mr. So, but be late. But then again, Jess, let me ask you: do you have a problem with people like me, Lewis, that are happy that Jaelan Phillips? Actually, are you happy that he's gone? First, before I ask you that.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Okay, so I
I
can.
know, when I shared the post, I put a little GIF, whatever them things are called, it's bye, deuces, like, see you later.
Oh, you hit the.
Um,
I put the get the. I put the GTF. GTFO. I'll put the GTFO. Yes. Yeah, Sean. That boy running, Sean. He running from the smoke, Sean. Um, dang. So I can't even ask you that. Well, then let me explain. Let me tell you what I saw. I saw on the timeline people getting mad. Right. I
yeah,
seen some people saying, "Oh, for the people that are happy that he's leaving, then what do y'all want to do? Y'all rooting for the team downfall." And then I saw even one of my good homeboys that I tailgate with a lot. My boy Drew Miami, he's the DJ at the tailgate and all that. He even said in one of his tweets, he was like, people that are happy with Jaelan Phillips are expecting me to be a blind fan for the logo and not a fan of the players. He was like, he just don't understand that because that was the dumbest. He basically said that was a dumb move because Jaelan Phillips was a good player. And then what's the girl name? Brianna. She also said that he was a freak of nature, that that was basically a dumb move. She didn't understand that move, right? And then there was another dude under Drew's comment saying that all these fans that are happy with Jaelan Phillips aren't real fans, something to that nature. So I would like to pose, and I know a question to everyone. Let's just put that out there. What have we accomplished with Jaelan Phillips on this team? Jess, can you answer that for me? What we accomplished? Got any playoff wins?
a torn Achilles and a torn ACL in back-to-back years.
If you call that an accomplishment, I guess we could run with that. But we haven't accomplished anything with Jaelan Phillips. Like nothing. Not a playoff victory, not a divisional title, nothing. Like we haven't beat a contender since he's been here. He's been on them teams that haven't beat a contender. Like I don't get the I get the infatuation with players because these are our favorite players, and one of them say he's a freak of nature. The other one's like he's a beast, and I'm like, where?
Yeah,
not on the field. He's maybe in the gym, maybe online, maybe when he's running a treadmill. Maybe he's a beast when it comes to healing from injuries. Because I was one of the ones that say he was going to come back earlier from his injuries because he's built like that, right?
right.
However, when he get on the field, it's not like that. It isn't. Like we are gonna find out a way. Matter of fact, I might have found a way. We might have to start a Patreon so we can get this content out with the film breakdown. Right? We've accomplished the ability to talk openly on IG about our feelings, facts.
Oh, you want to talk about IGs and feeling?
That's what he did. Mentally help. Feel like he's listen. We don't got to get into it. But I just want to know, like, when you put on a film, he's getting blocked by tight ends.
Right.
And now, that same tight end, I forgot what game it is. I'm going to go back and figure it out. I said, one thing that I despise, I cannot stand this. I cannot stand when they put a tight end in front of a D lineman or edge rusher, and they don't knock him on his doggone tail. I hate that. There was one person that I saw that they put a tight end in front of him and he lit him up, and that was Jordan Phillips. Not Jaelan Phillips, Jordan Phillips, the rookie 5th round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they did? They didn't put that tight end over him no more. He knocked that tight end square on his behind. And this is the thing that I'm like, that's a mindset. So where's the freak of nature? Where's that beast? Where's all this talent that he has? Lewis, very famous for the quote on him, built like Tarzan, plays like Jane.
Yeah.
That is the perfect quote for him. That is. Because that's how he played. Like, why? Because he played for the U? So what? How are y'all gonna say that we're not fans of the team, or we don't know what we talk about because we're happy to see a guy that hasn't accomplished anything, a guy that stays injured, and a guy that just hasn't done nothing for us.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're not. No, I think y'all are blinded by y'all love for these players and y'all get attached to them. I don't get attached to players because players come and go, but that franchise is going to be there. So now what you going to do? You're going to be mad, pout? How do y'all expect us to get better or change anything? We're keeping the same people in the building that hasn't accomplished nothing. This team that frustrates you. This team that just can't seem to get right. This team that every time you turn on the TV, you got to have a drink or two next to you just in case they embarrass you on national TV. That team, you want to keep the players that are on that team. Somebody make that make sense to me. I mean, it's all good when you say, man, I was a big fan of him. It's good when you say that. But to come out and try to say that people aren't fans because we're happy to see a guy go, maybe ask us what's the reason for us wanting to see him go.
Right.
Because I would ask them, that beast mode, that freaking nature, that guy that you said is a good player that we should have kept him or re-signed him. I would ask them, what has he accomplished? In what standout games do we have? Give me a couple of occasions where you say, hey, man, we wouldn't have won if Jaelan Phillips didn't do this. Man, Jaelan Phillips was a game wrecker in that game, and he was the difference maker. God dog it, Jaelan Phillips, he played like his hair was on fire. Somebody name me those. And if you wonder why I'm asking you to name those type of plays or that impact from him, because he was a first-round draft pick. Well, we got him 18 overall, I think. Not sure. I think it was 18 overall.
Something like that.
First-round draft pick. If you're supposed to be one of those dudes, he's no TJ Watt. He's no Myles Garrett. He's not even a Nick or Joey Bosa. I'm trying to figure out what has he done that warrants us signing him or re-signing him, bringing him back. Eagles are getting a 60% James. I just wanted to ask that because I see people, man, like, listen, we got a third rounder out of him. A guy that's coming off back-to-back injuries and that hasn't been producing. And with an expiring contract. That cold weather might affect Tarzan. Hey, Eric. Wow. JP is more Olivier Vernon than can't wait. And I won't even put him in the Olivier Vernon category. We got some. Y'all remember who injured Jimmy Garoppolo? And he always injured the Patriots quarterback, Olivier Vernon. You remember some of his playmake? Like, no, he's not Olivier Vernon. He's a guy that y'all fell in love with because he's built like how he's built. And for a lot of people, because he played for the U. Y'all forgot he quit on UCLA? Mm-hmm. Ain't gonna talk about that. Now, it was due to injuries and the concussions and stuff, and he just, just didn't have the love for football anymore. But I didn't forget. I mean, we were pointing out all of the tackles that he was missing. Yo, he had Lamar Jackson dead to right, and he was behind Lamar Jackson. Missed the sack. I'm sorry. Can't walk quit on you in halftime. At halftime, my brother. In the bowl game, but you don't hold that hold it against him. Yo, Game Boy 305. All I'm saying is, what do y'all expect us to do? Y'all expect us? I'm trying to figure out what's the mindset of the fan base that don't want to see him go. What has he done this year for us to say, now we need to keep him? You see, he did. Yo, he single-handedly, I ain't gonna say single-handedly, but he could have single-handedly won us that Chargers game if he just complete the sack. They had no timeouts. They don't make that play. But this the guy that we supposed to not want to see go? This is the guy that I want to resign? What he got? 3 sacks this season? All of them meaningful sacks? I mean, meaningless sacks. I'm sorry, not meaningful. None of them came in the clutch time. None of them was, a play that we needed to have. He doesn't show up like that. And he's a first rounder. Now, you know what? I want everyone to ask themselves, why don't we judge him and compare him to the Myles Garrett's, the Nick Bosa's? Why we don't compare him to the Max Crosby's, TJ Watts? Why? He's the first rounder just like them. Because we hold our player to a lower standard because we like them. But if you're a first-round draft pick, you are supposed to be producing like those guys. He has never even entered that stratosphere when it comes to production. As a matter of fact, I see Armando just put Wilkins, Van Ginkel, Hunt, Gesicki. He ain't even better than Van Ginkel. What we got Van Ginkel in the 5th round? He's not better than Van Ginkel. That's a problem. What we gonna compare him to? Who? Bradley Chubb? That's who we gonna compare him to? Bradley Chubb? Yeah, I'm guessing these same people wants Bradley Chubb to stay as well. And I just want to know, what have these guys done for us? Give me a moment where you say, man, we had to have that sack. And like, have any of them sacked Josh Allen in a clutch moment? Or have we continuously seen Josh Allen scramble, use his legs to kill us towards the end of games? Don't worry, I can wait. I can wait all day for that answer. Talk about he built like a freak of nature. Okay. Does he play like one? Or do he play like a regular degular? He's a jag. Just a guy. Y'all don't have no. Give me an outstanding play. Man, ain't got no production. Phillips equal Charles Harris. God, dog. Y'all gotta wake up. You gotta raise y'all standards. Like, stop letting these people convince y'all that these players that haven't done anything for our team are worth keeping around. They not worth keeping around. Man, we want to win. And we want to win meaningful games. Not meaningless games. Not when they show up against the sub 500 teams and pad their stats so they look like they're doing a little bit of something. No, I want on a 3rd and 3, a tackle for a loss. A 3rd and 4, a big sack, a big turnover. Do we have those? Against the Lamar Jackson, the Patrick Mahomes, the Joe Burrows, the Justin Herbert. You can't even complete it with Justin Herbert. But this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to keep these players around. No, I think they did very, very well by getting him out of the building.
Yeah.
And you know what they need to do? They need to continue doing this, getting everyone out the building. Sorry, Jess, I went on a little tangent there because my memory. I remember looking at the tweets and like, what are we doing? Like, I really wanted to smoke. I got all the smoke for Lou, because apparently there is some benefits to waiting to the end of the trade deadline before you move off of players. And I said this specific thing. Lewis, it only takes one team, my brother. One. You might not like him. You might not see the value in him. But it only takes one team to see the value in him.
So
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and we saw, like Philadelphia saw, Vic Fangio, a former coach. I get some out of. Let me ask you a question before you move on. You think it's kind of strange, or what do you think that Vic Fangio coached Bradley Chubb on 2 separate occasions?
Mm-hmm.
In Denver and in Miami, and he over there say, "Nah, I'll take the other guy." What? What did I say about Chubb? Now, I heard Steve say that it was possibly because of the age.
True.
Now, I don't want to hear that. Because if TJ Watt, if Myles Garrett or any of them was available, they still bringing them in. Max Crosby, they bringing them in still. I think they around the same age. But go ahead. What you were going to say? Go ahead, Paul.
So I was going to say, with him leaving and everything, obviously that you're happy about it. I'm happy about it. Are you happy that the Dolphins did have to pay $5.6 million of his salary for him to leave, and which leaves Philly paying the remaining 1.5, a little over that, around that area? Are you okay? Like, does that bother you to pay him essentially to leave?
Not as much as I think it bothers other people. I mean, they say 5.6. Some people say 6 million. All I know is Miami paying 5 point something and Philly paying 1.5, right?
Right.
Listen, they converted it into a signing bonus. That's what they did.
Yeah.
So it's essentially the same thing that they would do if they reconstructed. It's not going to hurt them on the salary cap, and they're not making moves anyways. They aren't. They sell it. So to me, it's not a big deal for me. It doesn't bother me. I'm more happy that they got him out the building.
Yeah.
Now, we always say it isn't our money. If Stephen Ross don't mind breaking bread, which he doesn't, for all the people he just care about the money, and as long as he make it. Listen, that man paid to get that man out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So him not wanting to win and him not care about the Dolphins, it's not adding up to those people on that side. He paid to get him up out the building. Probably paid for that third. Hey, you want to get a third? Hey, I got a little something for you. Here go 5 point, whatever. Y'all take care of that 1 point. Just get him off my team. Let me get that third. Let me start making it a little bit more enticing or attractive for a new GM to come in here.
Yeah.
Start bringing them picks in, right? So yeah, I'm really, to me, no. Would I liked it? Would I have liked for us not to have to do that? Of course. But hey, it is what it is. Listen, he had his value. I didn't expect for us to get a third rounder. I thought at best we would get a fourth. We got a third. They paid for it. So what? It is what it is. I'll take it. Better than getting a compensatory pick. And it's really like a fourth rounder, you know. Now, let's see how how the Eagles do, how they fare, where they fall. But I'm pretty confident. It's well, listen, that's getting us another pick in the top 100. So what? I'll take it. So now we essentially have what, five picks in the top 100?
Yeah,
No,
5. I thought it was 5. That's what I
six
read
maybe.
earlier.
6. Hold on. We have a first.
Hmm.
We have 2 seconds, right? Or no?
I don't know if we have 2 seconds.
No. Okay. So we probably have a first and 3/3. Okay. Yeah. No. We would have 2 seconds if we traded A10. No. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, 5. So it's 5. We have 5 picks in the top 100. I'm cool with that. I
Yeah.
don't mind that. We need a quarterback. I don't care what no one said. We need a quarterback. We need DBs. We need edge rushers. And well, we really do need DBs. And hey, listen, we need another receiver as well. So yeah, continue. Listen, man, bring in them draft picks. Continue to build this team the correct way. And listen, someone said, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Omar Kelly. I don't know if it was some other dude. And they said, remember this trade when there's a free agent next season that we want to sign, but we can't afford to. Oh, I said, what? What are you talking about? And they were talking about because they paid the contract. What? First of all, why are we thinking about bringing in free agents anyways? They ain't bringing no top free agent this season.
No.
They understand Tua isn't it. They know this. I think the fans are too blind. I think we need to get out our own mind and take a step back and look at this team from the outside looking in. We gotta take away the blinders. Ain't nobody worry about no free agent. You think they're going out to spend money on a high price free agent? They trying to fix the salary cap, not mess it up. Chef Drew, shout out to Chef Drew. He said guard and right tackle. Yes. We do need guard, right tackle. Get more offensive line. I know Lewis don't like talking trenches, but we talk trenches over here, baby. Nah, but yeah, the free agents and all that, I don't care about that. And the money it's cool. I'm cool with it. I don't mind. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. Just it don't bother me.
Well, I'm sure we'll come back to this when Lou gets here anyway.
Yeah.
Of course. But speaking of,
he don't have to show up, and I just run a whole 2-hour show.
oh boy, I'm sure he'll come up here. Oh nah. I'm sure he'll be in the chat probably before he pop up here. Getting ready, trying to hear what we was talking about.
Liam equals 2026 right guard. Go ahead.
Definitely a topic we'll have to come back to when Lou get here. But kind of moving on to something different. I saw this earlier, and you guys are like my first thought. I was kind of excited. I was like, as I don't feel well and whatever, it was something that I saw, and I was like, this is definitely something I want to talk about on the show. My guy Jack Jones on Instagram earlier. I saw that little story bubble, and I was like, oh, click. Go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. And I'm really sad that Lou is not here, because my first thing I wanted to say, which I can't say, is my brother should know a thing or two about being tolerated. I wish he was here right now to have this discussion. It's giving he's out the door next.
You think so?
I don't know if that's what it seems. For somebody that obviously hasn't been here long, to already be like saying something along those lines, really, if you're breaking that down. I mean, nobody just randomly says go where you're celebrated and not tolerated without meaning. Obviously he doesn't feel that he's celebrated. I mean, not that he hasn't done anything to be celebrated for, but because he just keeps making mistake after mistake. But obviously he's not happy here, or in Miami, I should say. He's not happy. I don't know if necessarily he'll be the next one per se out, but it seems like he may want out of Miami.
Hey, listen, man. If you're asking me,
shut your bitch ass up.
Get the what? Why you on line crying? Now, listen, he might be talking about a relationship. I don't know. Maybe you broke it. Maybe you slid in your DMs and you ignored it.
And I turned them away.
What? Now I'm on film. I'm on camera. I'm on this show. I'm on the record. That's what I'm looking for. Saying that I like his aggressive play style. He's very aggressive. He likes to get physical. He's always going for the punch out. Like he don't seem like the one to get on there. Oh, go where you're tolerated or you appreciate it. I mean, go where you appreciate it. Not shut up. Why do people
keep seeing this? Like, this isn't something that's new. We have players that are going online, going on social media of some way, shape, or form, and saying things like this. I'm really going to start calling this the Mike McDaniel effect, because what is happening?
We're going to blame Mike
Emotional damage.
Don't put that on Mike McDaniel. Nah. Mike McDaniel got him out there?
I don't know. But how can we have a whole locker room of people? Let me rephrase this.
Listen,
how do we have a whole locker room of men that like to go on social media and cry? What is this? They're getting it from some, like, this has got to be like a learned behavior, because there is no way we brought in a whole group of men who are this soft. Like, come on now. Like,
he's a grown man. You gonna learn. You said learn behavior like we dealing with elementary students or something. I know you was a substitute teacher in elementary. Nah, these ain't some kids. Nah, just stop. Learn behavior. You sound like you want him to go to timeout. Get out of here.
I want them all to do something. I don't know, but
nah. Learn behavior.
Bullshit.
You just like that, man. Get out of here.
It's like a collective. Like, we went and got a whole collective.
That man was on there crying. Go where you're tolerated. I mean, don't go where you're whatever he says. I don't even know what he said.
Go where you're celebrated,
appreciated, not tolerated. I'm mad that we had to tolerate that guy doggone video you posted. Now I ain't think you seen it, so I tagged you, say go check on your boy. check on your boy, Jess.
I didn't see it on Twitter, though. I did see it on Instagram. I just didn't see it on Twitter.
Listen, they gotta go check on your boy. He seemed like he's not feeling. You're under the weather. He seemed like he's under the weather. I don't know. Maybe it's you know what? Maybe we can blame the weather. Maybe it's the weather why these people feeling soft and down and googly and all that. I mean, nobody care about that. I don't listen. If he is the next one, right?
This is Sparta!
Get him out of here. I want them all gone. Get him out of here. Mm-hmm. I don't want none of that softness in this locker room. Nothing. None of it. Just listen. Let them purge. Get rid of everyone. I'm sorry. I get it. It's a tough sport. I don't know. I just won't do it. Even if he's feeling that way. Like I'm not saying don't feel that way, right? Because everyone wants to feel appreciated.
Right.
But what is I guess it's the new school thing where people have to go online and just express their feelings to everyone. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just different, But what we don't have to do all this online. Some stuff that you could keep to yourself. Like what? I don't know. He might be the next one to go. I'll tell you what though. There might be some other people that's ready to go too, right? I think. Have you heard the rumors about Minka?
No.
You haven't heard? Well, I heard
No.
a couple of teams was inquiring about him. Shout out to the boy Ricky. Y'all know he don't really miss. He don't really miss. He said there's teams that's been asking about Minka, so keep a lookout for it. I think one of the teams he put two teams up there. I think one on they were Dallas, um, and I forgot who else. But the thing about it, and then it don't help that Jerry Jones comes out and says he has a deal in place. He's not going to say nothing until tomorrow, but the guy would be on the field immediately. So I'm like, maybe they trying to bamboozle us or whatever, or it could be something there. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I will say this. At this point, I said this, so I have to stand on what I said. I'm sorry, I didn't have the chat up this whole time. Listen, you see, I ain't had the chat up this whole time and just wasn't paying none of y'all any attention. None of y'all. I was doing all the. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, I'm hating. I'm hating. That's right. Come on, Jerry. Overpay for Minka. What's good, Power TJ? But listen, what I will say is, now that Chris Greer's out the building, they all could go with him. I've only said, and my stance was, if you plan on keeping Chris Greer around, you cannot get rid of his young talent that he hit on.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he's gone, do I prefer they get rid of the young talent? No. Would I be mad? Would I be opposed to it? No, I wouldn't either. Because guess what? Your new GM, you don't know what he wants, what kind of team he wants. I think the best thing is to get enough as much assets as we can. We could have traded Jaden Phillips and Burleson. No, you mean Chop Robinson. And the first round pick for Micah Parsons. No, it's Micah. No, Gameboy 305. Heck no. Dolphin 5377. I'm glad Phillips is gone too. Yeah, that's a fact. Powerhouse J say let the rebuild begin. Sealer should go too. Listen, Sealer could go. I was one of the ones that one. Micah is not worth that game with 305. He's not. I was one of the ones that was an advocate of him getting paid, but he could go too, man. The production isn't there. He's not earning that contract. Yeah, man. Zach Sealer, you could go as well. Can't wait to see what's going to happen next. I'm sorry. He said, why not? Game Boy, but I can't. I still like to keep Patrick Paul. These good linemen are hard to find. That's a fact, Joe Kerr. Joe, Patrick Paul is the one I'll be like, I don't think so, man. Everyone but A10 and Waddle. Nah, I will put Patrick Paul first on that list. First on that. Listen, man, it's I hope y'all voting on the chat. It's still 39 of y'all in the building. We have a poll in the chat. If y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. 941. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Road to 800 is on the way. So y'all make sure it's your first time here. You like the content, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Put it on all so you get notified when we go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 o'clock. And also we live stream every game except for the ones that we are actually attending. But yeah, so man, y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe and vote on that poll, man. Poll in the chat. Okay, where we at? Where was I? Holy moly, I have forgot about Zach. God damn. Yeah, that's a fact, Scar. He hasn't. That's the thing. He got paid and we forgot about him. That's how he's been playing. He's unforgettable. He's unforgettable. I mean, he's forgettable. Sorry. God dog it. The guy, he had a forgettable season. But Creek says, but does the rebuild go into full effect without offensive pieces move? I'm not sure, Creek. I'm just saying Patrick Paul. Offensive line, look at the league. Look. Just look. No. These offensive linemen are hard to come by, and they're starting to get injured. Joe Alt just was lost for the season last night or yesterday. He was lost for the season. You see, Patrick Mahomes was down 3 linemen. Now one is coming back, Simmons, because he was personal reason, but the other 2, no, he lost them. And it's like we've seen, there has been more emphasis on quarterbacks making plays with their legs than ever before in the league. And it's because of the O-line play. It has been down league-wide. Left tackle, thank you, delusional Patriot fan. Left tackle is way harder to find than running back. That is a fact. Mr. Polk said, keep Ollie going. Listen, man. No one is safe. I hope Jonah get put back to his natural position. Chef Jew, we're not doing that. That's an excuse. Just because he's on the left side, that's not the reason he's getting bulldozed and pushed back. Key Mill say Patrick Paul is the only player I want to trade. Everybody else can go. Hey, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll tell you this. Listen, it seemed like Bradley Chubb. Apparently, I think San Fran had expressed interest in him. Let's see. But they also had expressed interest in Johnson. What's the dude named Johnson from Keyshawn? Is it? No. Whatever his name. The Johnson from the Jets. They have expressed interest in him as well. So I think Chubb should be on the move. I think they need to get him out the building. That's an expiring contract as well. And whoever else. You know what? Well, what I would want to point out to y'all, and I don't know, hopefully Jess is okay. Y'all know who I didn't see in no trade talks? Achane. Our team was inquiring about Jalen Waddle. And they said they was fielding calls and they were listening to offers, but it's going to be very hard to move. I haven't heard not one time they were listening to offers for Achane, though. Did anyone else notice that? Did any of y'all notice that it hasn't been no reports about them fielding calls for Achane? After that initial report saying that teams are fielding calls for Waddle and Achane, they might have shut that one down. Now, I did heard that they talked with Waddle and said that they aren't trading him, but his trade rumors are still coming out. And it's said that from a source on the inside that it would start, like I've been saying, it would start with a first rounder. Because they really don't want to move off him. But if someone make an offer that you can't refuse, you know, like they do in the mall, hey, if he could get you a first plus, because it said it's the first plus something else, which is, that means someone really want to get him, you're going to have to come with a package that we can't refuse. So just make a deal. So if that is the case, right, and they haven't shut down the talks for Waddle, ain't too many more reports coming out about Achane. I'm saying, oh man, there go the neighborhood. You got that M fella in the building. There go the neighborhood. Listen, man, still 50 of y'all in the building. Y'all hit that subscribe button if y'all haven't subscribed yet. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all vote on the poll. Let me see. Oh, the poll ain't in there no more. My bad. I'm tripping. Maybe I'm behind. I'm tripping. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Roll to 800. It's on the way. But he said, oh, I forgot. Yeah. He said, thanks for Tone for holding it down for a few minutes. He said, yeah. She's sick. But anyways, so listen, y'all, everyone else, I just want to see, have anyone heard anything about Achane? I haven't. So maybe they shut that down. maybe trade Tua for a kicker. It's crazy, Raphael. That is kind of crazy. But listen, I think again, I think everyone there should be no one spared. No Patrick Paul. I'm sorry. Outside of Patrick Paul, I don't think no one should be spared. Now, would I like to keep? Who would I have? Who would I like to keep? I'm good with keeping Patrick Paul, Achan, Jaden Waddle. I know. I see that M fella in the building. I know you might be a Chop Robinson fan, but he can go too. He can go too, unless he showed me otherwise, or he showed me some improvement. I see a lot of people saying that they just think that he needs more playing time. I'm saying if he can't get more playing time over Chubb and Jaelan Phillips, then I'm sorry, because I'm not impressed with those two play as of late. They have shown flashes, but it's not consistent enough. And if we have that energy for Tua, we need to have that same energy for every single player on this team. We need these guys to be consistent and show up in the big games. If they're not giving you that level of productivity in those games, see, that's when it matters. That's when players earn their contract in the big games. Now, preferably in the playoffs, but we can't even make them. So, please, let go your ties to these players, get out of your feelings, and understand that this team that lets you down year in and year out, those players that you're in love with are on that team. Now, again, they fired the GM that brought them in. It's not fair to put no player on the new GM. It isn't. So yes, there are going to be players that leave that we're not going to like it. But it's for the betterment of the team. And you have to put the logo first. For everyone that questioned whether we want the logo first because we want players to get out of the building, I will remind every last one of y'all, those players are on the team that continue to fail us year in and year out. Now, I wanted to say something. I was trying to wait for Jeff to get back, but let me get into the next topic. The fact that they're letting Champ Kelly make moves, I'm trying to figure out how long were they distrusting in Greer. I want to know, when was it did they start to lose confidence in him? Fact, Chef Drew, logo first. I'm trying to figure out, when was it that this team or the front office started to lose confidence in him? Because for the people that point out the misses, the hits, and the people that says, "Oh, he's not that bad." The people that shout out to Eon, shout out. Is this a new show? I'm digging this new show. For the people that, let's say, listen, Lou, stop running, Lou. I know you in the chat. I know you there. Come on up here. Don't run from this smoke. For the people that like to point out the good that Chris Greer have, right? That he hits on. I wonder. I did a little notes and I did a little research, and we could start from the time that I said he took over in 2019. There aren't too many hits on this paper. This is drafts. These are his drafts. There aren't too many hits on this. Y'all want to go to 19? Christian Wilkins in the first, Michael Dieter in the third, Van Ginkel in the fifth, no longer on this team. Let him go. Isaiah Prince in the sixth, Chandler Carts, and Miles Gaskin. That was 2019. 2020, the one that I thought was such a good draft. You remember? Tua, 5th overall. Austin Jackson, 18th. Noah Igbenati, 30th. How many of those would y'all consider hits? He had 3 first rounders. How many would y'all consider hits? How many of y'all would say, based on those, it warrants him staying here in this building? Those 3 first rounders. He got Robert Hunt in the second. Wasn't a bad player. I think that was a hit, but he's not in the building. Raekwon Davis, Brandon Jones, Solomon Kinley. I ain't even got Jason Strawbridge, Curtis Weaver, Blake Ferguson, Malcolm Perry. That's 2020. That's 2020. So out of the I just gave his first two. His first two. How many hits do y'all see on there? I'll wait. Now this is just draft now. I got free agents too for y'all. This is just his drafts. This is why Lewis wanted to run for that smoke. I'm just saying. Now let's go. 2021. Jalen Waddle win the first. Jalen Phillips, he was 18 overall. I remember. 18 overall. Jalen Phillips. Javon Hollins in the second. Liam Eichenberg. Hunter Long. Lionel Coleman. And Jared Doak. How many hits? Maybe Waddle? Yes, Sean. That boy Lou still running. Maybe Waddle in there? Y'all want to consider Javon Hollins? No, he had a one, maybe two okay seasons. One good, one okay season under Brian Flores. But none of these people, and I want y'all to realize how many of these people aren't on this team as well. So, I mean, I'm 3 drafts in. We got 1 hit so far. 3 drafts. Y'all want to go to 2022? Remember, we didn't have a first or a second in that draft. Channing Tindall, Eric Izukama, Cameron Good, and Scotty Thompson. That was 2022. I'm 4 drafts in, and somebody tell me how many hits do we have? 4 drafts. Y'all want to go to 2023? We didn't have a first in that one. Cam Smith was his first one, the second. Y'all remember why he got Cam Smith, right? Was a roommate of his son-in-law, whatever it was, his son. All right, cool. We ain't going to go. Devon Achane. We got one there. We got 2, y'all. Devon Achane in the third, I might add. Elijah Higgins, Ryan Hayes. 2 out of 5, y'all. This is the guy. This is y'all guy now. Now, I was fair. I waited till I told you, wait for the end results. I don't just stop at the beginning when they might show potential, when they might show that there might be something there that we could build around. No. I want the end results because that's what matters in football. Excuse me. In this profession, the end results matter when it comes to when it comes to any player or person in any position. That's front office, head coaching, and players. The end results. Cam Smith not here. Devon Achane is still here. Elijah Higgins, Ryan Hayes gone. Channing Tindall, Easy E, Cameron Good, Scotty Thompson, Jalen Waddle and Phillips are here. Devon Hollins gone. Liam, we know what that means. Hunter Long gone. Lionel Coleman, Jared Doak. None of them are here. None of them. Tua and Austin is here. Noah's gone. Robert Hunt gone. Raekwon Jones gone. Brandon Jones gone. Raekwon Davis. Brandon Jones gone. Solomon Kinley gone. And the rest of them at the bottom we didn't even got to get into. Right? So that's 4 drafts in. And we got 2 hits. And 80% of them, 90% of them gone. Welcome back, Jazz. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. Now let's go to 2024. Chop Robinson, 21 overall. Patrick Paul, he did his thing on that. I got 3 so far. Patrick Paul. Jalen Wright, we traded up in the 4th. We traded a third of the last year draft to go get Jalen Wright in the 4th. Muhammad Kamara, Malik Washington, Patrick McMorris, and Taj Washington. Chop, for some of y'all, the jury is still out. Patrick Paul, that's a hit. So now we got 3. Jalen Wright, Muhammad Kamara, Malik Washington, Patrick McMorris, and Taj Washington. The jury's still out, but it's not looking like Malik look like something might have something going. But a little iffy. That's 5 drafts, people. It's 5. Not looking too good. Jaelan Wright is a hit, in my opinion, based on what? We haven't even seen enough of him to say he's a hit. They say it's a bust, but we haven't seen enough to say he's a hit. That was 2024. Now let's go to last year. Or this year, I'm sorry. Kenny Grant. How's he been doing this season? How's he been doing? It's not about liking Powerhouse Jay. It's about the production that we're getting out of him. This year, too. You know, I like Jaelan Wright. I was excited about him. But we got to call it a spade a spade. We haven't seen enough. Not to warrant him not getting fired based on the results. Jonas Savai, we ain't even got to talk about that, do we? Jonah, second round, traded up to get him. Y'all remember that? We don't have to talk about that, do we? Jordan Phillips. I like Jordan Phillips. In the 5th, I like Jordan Phillips. I'm not gonna kill him for that. Okay. I'm gonna give him an okay for that. Now I love the picks in the draft, but we got to go based on production so far. Jason Marshall, injured. Wasn't doing too well. He said, forget right out, think about Ollie Gordon. Okay, Powerhouse Jay. Now you okay. Dante Trader. I'm not gonna lie, Dante Trader have been playing very well the past 2 games. Yeah. For a 5th rounder, him and Jaelan Phillips, I'm not mad at that. Ollie Gordon in the 6th, I like Ollie. Still need to see more. Mike McDaniel's not using him enough, but I like Ollie. You know, the jury's still out. Quinn Ewers and Zeke Biggers. So I just went through 6 draft classes, people. 6 of them. What are we doing? Somebody talk to me about this draft that he was doing, this drafting that he's been doing. Do that warrant a guy that deserves an extension on a team that hasn't won a playoff game in 25 years? And let's just say since 2019, you haven't put a team together that was able to get it done. Don't talk to me about potential. Don't talk to me about the position that they were in and what they could have did and the opportunity that they had. Tell me about what actually happened. What transpired? What was the end result? Players can't stay healthy, not getting the job done, folding at the end of the season, no AFC East divisional titles, no playoff wins. 2 playoff appearances since 2019. I'm going to just say that. I'm not going to kill them. We could go all the way back to 2016, but hey, you know what it is. I'm just saying. What about when he had, let's say, his best teams around him? Y'all remember? We brought in Mike McDaniel. And he had let me see, Terrell Armstead, he brought in, remember? Cedric Wilson, Connor Williams, Teddy Bridgewater, Chase Edmonds. Y'all remember Chase Edmonds? Oh, we forgot about him, huh? Y'all know we got him in 2022 and got rid of him in 2022 as well? How did Cedric Wilson pan out? Y'all know we gave Cedric Wilson $3 million, 22. Y'all know he was supposed to be our next receiver, right? Next to Waddle. This is the type of team he was putting together. Y'all forgot about that. Teddy had the backward. I'm not gonna kill him for that. But Chase Edmonds, yes, I'm killing you for that. You brought him in. Y'all remember we brought in Melvin Ingram? Y'all forgot about that, didn't y'all? We brought in Melvin Ingram that year too. I'm just trying to figure out. We brought in Chubb. Remember we traded for him? Claypool, like, y'all want the free agent that we've been bringing in? We brought in Raheem Mostert. I like Raheem Mostert. Sony Michel. Y'all remember that? I forgot we brought in Sony Michel. Trent Sheffield. You remember? Muhammad Sanu. I remember we were excited about Muhammad Sanu 2022. Y'all forgot about that, huh? Look, the delusional fans say, who's just damn? I know none of these folks. The delusional Patriot fan says, I forgot about Claypool. I know why you forgot about Claypool, because they had a forgettable season with us, or forgettable time with us, a forgettable tenure with us. Them corners that got hurt, yeah, Will Fuller. You remember them? Remember he traded for Ramsey? Y'all remember him? Seemed good with the name. It did. Not too many people was complaining, but what did the results yielded? What was the end result? See, we can't. Chosen Anderson, there you go. See, Chef Drew, you started Cook now. Y'all remember we bought Dan Finney and got rid of him before the season started? Y'all remember that? Braxton Berrios, remember we bought him in? That was 2023, wasn't it? Mike White, the backup. Don't get me started on the backup that he bought in. Whether you want to say Mike McDaniel had a hand in it or it was him. Listen, y'all, it is what it is, man. We bought a Jeff Wilson Jr. Yeah. We let Van Ginkel go. We bought an Isaiah Wynn. Isaiah Wynn gave us some pretty decent stuff, but couldn't stay healthy. Teron Armstead, you remember we bought a Teron Armstead in 2022? Yeah, she don't feel good, man. She don't feel good at all. She thugging it out, man. Shout out to her. Yeah, see, she put in her, because Lou running, she gotta thug it out. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate her. I ain't even thought. I'm not even. Should I keep going? Remember we bought in Deshaun Elliott? Deshaun Elliott had a pretty decent season, but he was ready to get up out the building. You remember Jordan Poyer last year? He had to play with Eli Apple.
Eli Apple.
Hey, man, you all that money. Y'all remember this? I'm trying to refresh y'all memory, because for the people that forget all the things that he had and all the moves that he made and all the people that feel like, oh, it's not his fault you came. Yes, we can. Because the team that you assemble, they represent you. So, yeah, I think you did assemble some talent, but they didn't work well together. They didn't accomplish the mission or the goal. I just want to keep y'all. No, see, over here, it's not going to be the sugar and spice and everything nice. It's going to be the real. For everyone that want to give everyone the Southland, no. Yo, you remember we paid Ingle all that money? You remember? He made one Pro Bowl. We paid him like he was the best fullback in the league, and he's out here missing blocks every game, every chance he get. Come on, man. Remember Craycraft? We had Deshaun Hand in the building and let him go. That boy was doing his thing over there at the Chargers, but he got injured, so that's not even gonna help us. Y'all remember? Mike Gesicki? Y'all remember he franchised Mike Gesicki? I forgot to bring that up. 2022. Y'all remember he franchised Mike Gesicki just to let him walk. Just to let him walk the season afterwards. Nah, man. We got to keep it 100 about this team and the things that Chris Greer did. No. Kendall Fuller. Y'all remember he paid Shaq Barrett? Y'all remember that? Shaq Barrett that man didn't even want to play. Left, quit. Came back to play for somewhere else. Tampa. Didn't he come out for Tampa Bay? Yeah. You know what? I said Eichenberg, and we rejected. We signed him. I said Eichenberg, Cookie Monster. I said it. Now he bought in Calais Campbell. I ain't mad at it, but he was trying to get rid of him because it didn't work. Now I just bought in Calais Campbell. I'm not gonna kill him for the special teamers. I'm not gonna do that, right? But Jack Driscoll, y'all remember he brought him in? Neville Gilmore, y'all remember he brought him in? Anthony Walker Jr., y'all remember that? I'm just trying to figure out I'm just bringing up. These are names that he's bringing in. The team that he's assembling. Jonnu Smith, yeah. I'm just trying to figure out. Let me see. This year, remember the offseason this year? Brought in Zach Wilson, paid the man and only one guaranteed pad this year. Paid that man Zach Wilson. That's what they did. James Daniel, boy ain't last a whole game. The way that boy lasted 3 snaps. Larry Borum, don't need to talk about him. Been playing a little bit fairly decent lately, as of late, but nah. Trash. Matafonwu, I ain't even bring up OBJ, G2. Didn't bring him up. You remember we traded a 6 for Darren Waddle? Now, I ain't gonna lie. Darren Waddle looked like affect our compensatory pick. Ashton Davis, boy probably made one good play. KJ Britt, Alexander Madison got injured off season. Pharaoh Brown for Seattle. Artie Burns, Willie Gay Jr. Now, all them players I named, y'all. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about all those players that I named to y'all? I think the best season, 2022, 2023, those 2 seasons were the best collective talent that he had. As a collective, that was the best talent that he had. Offensive line. Terrell Armstead, pretty good left tackle. Not pretty good, amazing left tackle. Couldn't stay healthy. Isaiah Wynn on the left guard was playing fairly well, couldn't stay healthy. Grant DeBose, I see y'all putting Grant DeBose in, right? But Isaiah Wynn couldn't stay healthy. Brought in Connor Williams. Had that season good, played fairly well. Rated number 1 center in the league. That was a brilliant move. Couldn't stay healthy. So it seemed like even on the ones that he's hitting on, they can't stay healthy. Now, I can't blame him for that. But at the end of the day, you have to take the blame because you can't continue to do this. And we can't continue to give you excuses for bringing in that type of talent and they don't pan out. Right guard, he had Robert Hunt. Got too expensive, couldn't keep him. It happens. Can't really blame him for that. But when you have so many of these people that doesn't pan out, that starts to pile on. And you can no longer give them an excuse for that. And then Austin Jackson. I've been telling y'all for the past 2 seasons. Why do we continue to give Austin Jackson a pass? He's more injured than Tua. We spent the 19 overall on him. Team friendly deal. But he's often injured. Now you did bring in Tyreek with the production you got. No complaints. I'm not gonna lie. I'll deal with the off-field stuff. No complaint. We brought in Tyreek. Waddle doing his thing. Cool. They had the productive season together. Brought in A-Chan. Got what you got out of Mostert. Those are good. Wasn't enough. Tua. Couldn't get it done. That's under your regime. Couldn't get a serviceable enough backup to beat the bad teams. Now, I know Lewis was saying, forget what Kyle Shanahan is doing over there at San Fran because the teams that they're beating outside of the Rams aren't good teams. But I would like to remind y'all, we lost it. Now, we lost 1 year with the 2023 season. We lost with Tua against Tennessee, but we also lost without him in the backup against the Tennessees and the coach when they were terrible that year. Those teams, we lost to those teams. We were losing to the bad teams, the Jets, when they were horrible. We lost to them with backups. So we couldn't even beat the bad teams without backups. I think Matt Jones got enough, the same amount or probably more wins this season alone than Mike McDaniel have with all his backups combined. You know, we lost to Minnesota Vikings. That Teddy Bridgewater played. Now, I might add, for y'all, don't forget that team, the two best teams that he put together when it comes to talent-wise, 2022 and 2023 seasons, respectfully, right? Both of those teams started 8-3. One of them started 9-3, and they went on 3 to 5 game slides. I'm sorry. Neither one of those teams won a division. And neither one of those teams won a playoff game. Both of those teams failed at the end of the season. Whether it was because of injuries, whether because of people not showing up, whatever the reason was for it, your two best teams that you assembled and put together failed you, bro. Your greatest claim to fame is playoff losses. And you gonna tell me that's the GM we need to keep around? Come on, man. Make it make sense. Listen, 49 of y'all still in this building. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. If y'all aren't subscribed, this is where you come get the real. Excuse Jess, she's not feeling well. She is here. She here for more support at this moment, you know. And Lou running from the smoke. But all I want to say is, he is running from the smoke. Yeah, we do need to change the culture, but we can't continue to have the guy that is assembling this culture. Like we do say, players create the culture. Hands down, I believe that. But you have to bring those players in and let those players set the culture and stop being so soft. Chef Drew, 36 likes, 51 people in the room. Hit that like button. Man, y'all hit the like button. 36 likes. Hit that subscribe button, man. We should, listen, road to 800, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button. But at the end of the day, if you want to change the culture, you have to have the people in the building to change the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And when those people come in the building and things get tough and people don't get along and they start bumping heads, guess what? You let them deal with it. You let them fight through it. They'll get over it. It builds character. It builds camaraderie. Y'all see how me and Lewis argue like we are the worst the worst enemies. But that's why we mess with each other so much. Because we get to say exactly what we want to say and don't have to put no filter on it. And neither one of us feel no type of way about it. And we can come up here and say how we feel, what we disagree with. We debate easily. And when we get backstage, ask him, especially when he on the ride, be like, I'm not going to, you was bringing that dog on smoke, and I like that. Those are the best shows. And he'll be like, hey, Tony, you was on one, and he likes that. Those are our best shows. Because we don't take it easy on each other. So why can't we do this in a gladiator sport? This is a gladiator sport. And you're going to tell me we got stories like you cannot talk to people like that? You mean to tell me we got stories like I had to look myself in the mirror and see if, like, what? See if he was talented enough to play this game? We mean we got stories coming out. Oh, every time I have a bad game, I have to remind myself that I'm not worthless. Huh? Those are the type of characters you want in your locker room? Those are the type of people you think are going to take you to the promised land and go out there on the battlefield? Those are the type of players that don't even have self-confidence, need help boosting their self-esteem. You think those players are going to get you over the hump? See, people think talent wins games. Talent only allows you to compete. It's the heart and mindset will make you win games. Because for the most part, everyone in this league are talented. Who's going to outwork the next man? Who's going to out-physical the next man? Who's going to out-tough the next man? Huh? Who's going to outlast the next person? Who's going to impose their will on someone? Set the culture. Set the tone. Exactly, Dolphin. Talent alone only takes you so far. And y'all wonder why we get up here and say mindset. In order to have that mindset, sir, you have to bring those like-minded people in the building. If you don't have those people like that with that mindset, you're not going anywhere. You cannot tell me that 2022 and 2023 was not talented enough to compete with anyone in the league. No one could tell me that. They weren't tough enough. They didn't want it enough. They didn't practice tough enough. Hard enough. They didn't hold each other accountable enough. They didn't discipline each other enough. They didn't expect and demand enough from each other. Did y'all listen to that Thursday night speech from Tua? Bro, if you don't go sit down somewhere. I'm sorry, but it's crazy. It's crazy to me how we can sit here and watch this team year in and year out. Then you go watch the teams that are winning and understand the things that come out of the locker room. Listen, AJ Brown he had words with Jaelan Hurts. They still got a job done. They fought through it. Teams don't get along. Real teams that stick together, they use that to fuel each other. They use that fuel to the fire. Y'all gotta remember this type of stuff. If you got a leader that can't even motivate your players in a pregame speech, like what are we doing here? That's the bare minimum. But we got guys that wonder if people are going to show up to film study. We got guys that came out and told us that, last year we said that we was, we're going to change the culture, but we just dipped our feet into the water. We didn't fully commit. That's what a guy you traded a first-round pick for said in Bradley Chubb. Those are the type of guys we got that are our captains. You got guys like Tyreek quitting on your team. He was a captain. Dolphin, none of us felt good after that Titans lost in 2023. We knew what was coming. Bro, I was there. Monday night. With one of the people that I argue with a lot. And y'all know Lewis argued with Spliff. Now, we might go back and forth, and we might do whatever, but no one's going to tell me that guy isn't a fan. Because I remember seeing the look on his face when we gave up that lead. And I looked back at him and I said, we need this. This is an opportunity to show everyone that he's capable and he can rise to the occasion. And he looked at me and said, you know what, you're right. And he proceeded to go out there and fail. Right then and there, I understood. Not to that team. Not with the playoffs on the line. And the opportunity to lock in, almost lock in the divisional title. No, you don't fail like that. For all the people that blame the defense for that, which I do, you don't give up 15 points in 2 minutes ago? But remember, every time their team scored, our offense got a chance to get on the field. They both failed us. That entire team failed us. And you want me to be here and sit here and be sorry for players moving on, getting traded? It's a business. Never personal. That's why the logo. It's about the logo. Because I don't forget how heartbroken I was. And I remember right now that walk out of that stadium. that I was like, thank God no one said nothing to me because I don't think I could control my emotions right now. I remember that. We put our heart and soul into this team to where it affects us. Really, it does. Realistically, in real life, it affects us. We want to hurt people after loss. We want to break stuff after losses. I have broken things after losses. But remember, those are the same players that's on the team that make you feel like that after these heartbreaking losses. This is why I don't fall in love with players and the name on the back of the jersey. It's the name on the front. Because I understand. Finally, we can get rid of all of these bombs and build around two. Stop it, CCR. Stop it. I noticed your theme. Every time we play a team, you use their logo for your Abby. But listen, man. All I'm saying is those two teams. Just think about Chris Greer. Best two teams that he had assembled, talent-wise. What did it get us? You mean the best team that you put together couldn't even get you a playoff victory? And all we have to show is a historic loss to I think that team was 3-6 at the time or something like that. Or 2-6 at the time. Or 2-7, whatever it was. You got a historic loss to that team and two epic collapse at the end of the season, including the 2023 season when you had a 3-game lead with 5 games to go and you still did not win that division. Tony, did y'all talk about the thoughts on the report that Mike McDaniel may be here next year? Oh, we did last show, Sean. Be honest with you, if they plan on keeping Tua around, Tony, chill, man. You speaking too much fact. If they plan on keeping Tua around, I don't think it's fair to force a new head coach on him. Now, if they don't mind moving off a Tua, it makes no sense to keep Mike McDaniel around. But if they think they're going to ride it out and make sure that Tua or ride out that and get rid of Tua after the 2027 season when they have the out, if they're going to wait for that, then I don't see the reason for bringing in a coach, because it'll be the same thing that we said when they brought in Mike McDaniel. You're forcing a coach a Tua on a coach, and I just don't think that's fair. I think so. Cap for life. McDaniel is on borrowed time. I just don't know if it's this season or next year. Is it too late to become a Tua? I guess. No, I don't know. The end of the collapse when the weather goes cold. No. Greer's best roster that he assembled didn't win you a playoff game. Come on, man. We got to start keeping it real. We got to start speaking the cold hard truths. And people, listen, the truth hurts. When people tell you the truth, it hurts. But it's necessary. People that have character, they use that as fuel, and that will remind us. It's a constant reminder of why you don't want to do things the way it went, or why you would never go back to that feeling again. Constant reminder. When they tell you the truth in that pain, they out. I'm done. I would never want to feel that again. That's why you got to tell people the truth. Make sure they learn and they never forget. You failed because of this. You weren't good enough here. You didn't work hard enough. You didn't put in enough work. It wasn't painful enough. But I get it. We want what's best for our team. We want our team to be good. But you know what? We have to be honest with each other. Two of the rat. That's crazy. Well, so it's still 42 of y'all in the building. I don't win an hour and a half. I know I'm probably going to hear from Lou. I'm not going to make it a 2-hour show. So Lou can come and get mad at me and say I was trying to get him off the show. Listen, it's still 48. Oh, well, now it's 38 of y'all in the building. Hit the like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button on the way out. Remember, road to 800. We are going to be back Wednesday. Jess, you got anything before we get up out of here? I know you don't feel good. Appreciate you for at least thugging it out and being able to do the intro and here for the more support. It's very well appreciated. For everyone in the chat, y'all know what time it is. Today, since my brother ain't here, that revolver goes to me because he ran from the smoke. Bang, bang, bang. But again, we'll see y'all Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Peace out, y'all.